What's up, TikTok family? On this episode today, we're going to be talking about a topic that's going to go over a word known as ectoplasm. Now, if any of you are familiar with the Ghostbusters series, then you might already be familiar with the topic we're going to discuss here. So, according to the Ghostbusters wiki, ectoplasm, also known as ghost slime or ectoplasmic residue, is a substance that comes from ghost and otherworldly beings. It usually appears in a form of a slimy green substance, but sometimes is visually completely absent, leaving only energetic traces Egon, the character in the movie, usually finds with his gear. All ghost and paranormal activities are considered to be ectoplasmic by the Ghostbusters, leading to the conclusion that it is a scientific equivalent to the occult term magic power. It is speculated that it is even the state of being which the outer worldly creatures, ghosts, and demons take in order to explore or enter our realm, and it appears in all Ghostbusters media. And just postulating on this topic and thinking about it a little bit, it made me think of what are maybe the real world ramifications or implications that this movie is alluding to. So I simply did a Google search a day or two ago, and I discovered this on Wikipedia. And according to Wikipedia, it says that ectoplasm in spiritualism, ectoplasm, also known simply as ecto, is a substance or spiritual energy exteriorized by physical mediums. It was coined by the psychical researcher Charles Rickett. Although the term is widespread in popular culture, there is no scientific evidence that ectoplasm exists, and many purported examples were exposed as hoax, fakes from cheesecloth, gauze, or other natural substances. Now, of course, the word itself, ecto meaning outside in Greek, and plasm meaning plasma, so literally outside the plasma would be a direct translation in English of what ectoplasm even means. Now, a lot of these images you'll look up on Google or whatnot typically show these really weird apparition type characters coming out of these people from these images in the early 1900s. Now, of course, using the mainstream science approach that most people go with nowadays, they'll write off all of this stuff as conspiratorial or a hoax. But there's definitely more to be said here when you really start to dig and search in all the media that this is shown to us. And especially in conjunction with conversations I've had about the ether and the plasma in general and how it operates off of the firmament. So, of course, there's other paranormal movies, such as Poltergeist, for instance, that this has kind of been shown, and I'm sure there's other ones that you could comment down below if you know of that it's being shown in some type of film or TV show. But another fictional universe, of course, the ectoplasm that stays here also appears in fantasy contexts such as Harry Potter, where it's a hazard to wizards in games like Pathfinder, where it serves as a medium for spirits from the ethereal plane. So think of it almost like as a roadway or what's left behind after they're using this ethereal plane to travel through different realms, if you will. And whether or not these images be real or not, I definitely think it's quite a compelling conversation to be had. And who's to verify or validate these quote-unquote images anyway? Or such as this one here. It's also been said that a lot of these quote-unquote ectoplasmic events only occur when a specific master seancer is in the process of doing their practice. So it would make sense that this isn't something that's just going to happen, because you've done a little bit of research. It seems to me like this takes a lot of practice and skill to get these kinds of results. And like I said before, these images are extremely compelling based on what we're looking at. And like I said before, it really drives the point of maybe why are they trying to push this kind of idea in movies to the extent where they're showing it and they're explaining it and breaking down exactly what it is if you did some actual research on the topic. Comment down below.